Good morning, students. My name is Rashi Saxena, and I am going to take your e-learning maths classes. Today, we are starting our studies with chapter number 1, Integers. Before starting integers, we first recall natural numbers and whole numbers. We will, Students, we will start our counting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. These numbers are called natural numbers. Natural number is a set of numbers which starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on up to infinity. There is no greatest natural number, but the smallest natural number is 1. The smallest natural number is 1. But while doing calculations, we found when we subtract 3 from 3, we get 0. 4, say 5 minus 5, 0. The number 0, it is not in the group of natural numbers. So for this 0, a new set of numbers be formed that will be whole numbers. It is denoted by W and it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So again there is no greatest whole number, but the smallest whole number is 0. Smallest whole number is 0. Again, again in further calculations, when we subtract a larger number from a smaller number, like when we subtract 4 from 3, we get minus 1. Say 5 from 2, we get minus 3. These numbers, these negative numbers are not in the group of natural numbers, not in the group of whole numbers. So for these negative numbers, a new set of numbers be formed that is called integers. In integers, all negative numbers can be considered, all positive numbers can be considered and 0. Set of integers can be written as I or Z. In this set, 0, 1, 2, 3 and all positive numbers, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on, all negative numbers. All negative numbers and all positive numbers. What about 0? It means 0 is neither negative nor positive. It is a whole number. It is just a whole number. It is not negative and not positive. Before we move further, we must remember and learn the facts about integers. First, there is no greatest or smallest integer because the set of integer moves towards all the is having all the positive numbers and all the negative numbers as well. So there is no greatest integer and there is no smallest integer. Next, 0 is greater than every negative number and smaller than every positive number. Third, every positive integer is greater than every negative number. Children, if you have to compare between two numbers, one is negative and one is positive, then how will you do? Like, we have to compare minus 89 and say plus 3. Which one is greater? Since 89 is greater than 3, but we should remember that every positive integer is greater than every negative number. It means plus 3 is always greater than any negative number, or it is also greater than minus 89. Similarly, 0 is greater than all negative numbers, and 0 is less than all positive numbers. Yes. Now, let's discuss about number line. How do we represent integers on number line? In the middle, 0. On the right side, all positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And on the left side of 0, all negative numbers minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. So, what this number line shows that negative numbers are always located towards left of 0 and positive numbers are always located towards right of 0. Positive numbers in the right side, negative numbers in the left side. Every integer on the right is greater than that of the left. This means, like, if I am talking about minus 1 and 0, 0 is on right side of the this number, so 0 is always greater than minus 1. If we're talking about 0 and 1, 1 is on the right side, so 1 is greater than 0. If we are talking about 1 and 2, 2 is on the right side, 2 is always greater than 1. If we are talking about minus 4 and minus 3, minus 4 is on the right side, so minus 3 is on right side, so minus 3 is greater than minus 4. Next, absolute value of any integer. The meaning of absolute value. How do we find an absolute value of any number, any integer? Like, we have to find the absolute value of a number p. Then we write absolute value of p. How do we find? I will explain it by taking an example. Say, like, we have to find the absolute value of integer minus 3. The absolute value of minus 3. For finding this value, we have to put these straight brackets, and the absolute value of minus 3 will be plus 3. If we find the absolute value of plus 3, it will also plus 3. It means absolute value, the meaning of absolute value is the numerical value of that integer. Either it will be a minus 3 or plus 3, both become positive. Minus 3, the absolute value of minus 3 is also plus 3, and the absolute value of plus 3 is also plus 3. Yes. Now, students, there are some properties of addition of integers. You have to learn all these properties. I will explain you. First, closure property. The sum of two integers is always an integer. That is, integers are closed under addition. How? If we add 2 plus 6, it will give you 8. 2 is an integer, 6 is also an integer, and their addition is also given as an integer. So, integers are closed under addition. This is closure property. Now, come to the second property, commutative property. Two integers can be added in any order. What does it mean? By taking an example, I will explain you. Like when we are adding minus 4 plus 7, it will give you plus 3. If we will change the order, write plus 7 before and minus 4 after, then it also again give you plus 3. 7 plus of minus 4, it will give you plus 3. So while changing the order, answer remains same. This is called commutative property. So addition is commutative for integers. Now come to the third property, that is associative property. The meaning of associative property is three or more integers can be grouped in any order to find the sum. Like if we are doing 3 plus 2, 5 plus 6, it will give you 11. Or if we do 3 plus 2 plus 6, 8. 3 plus 8, it will also give you 11. It means we are adding, in first case we are adding first 3 plus 2 and then 6 and the result is 11. And in the second case, we are adding 3 with 6 plus 2 which is 8. 3 plus 8, it also gives 11. It means addition is also associative for integers. Now children, you have to learn all these properties. Write and learn in your copy. That's all for today. We will be meeting in our next e-learning class.